So 2020 was a year with tons of good games and a good amount of bad games. Overall, I think they were good. All the games on my list I bought with my own money, so if you could subscribe and hit the like button, it would help, but I'm not going to force you, so you don't have to. Also, I haven't played every single game, so if your game is not on the list, that might be why. And why I released this video so late is so I can play as much video games as possible. Last thing before we get started is, this is my opinion, and disagree if you want to in the comments below. Now let's get started. Number 10, Spiritfarer is basically an amazing game. One of my favorite indie games ever made. It is an amazing journey about moving on past death and accepting it. It is also a game that will make you enjoy it all the way through. This is a beautiful ride, and if you want a game that touches on those themes in like a management type of gameplay, I say you should buy this game 100% or play it on Game Pass. Spiritfarer is an indie game that proves that indie games are overlooked and should be looked at more underneath the big AAA giants. Number 9, Journey to the Savage Planet. This game is severely underrated. Get a buddy and play this game. It's really fun. You explore, kill cool creatures in a decent length game. I think this game was very overlooked, and if you are bored, you're guaranteed a charming, entertaining ride. Number 8, Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is the best Doom ever. Level after level of killing demons in the most brutal way ever. No level is bad, and it ingrains swinging, dashing, ammo, armor, and more so fluidly. Everyone should just play this game. Also, Doom is also one of the most optimized games I've ever played. I played it on my laptop with the mouse and keyboard, and it runs really smooth. On the second highest graphics settings also, at 60 FPS with barely any frame drops. And I don't even have the newest hardware. I have a i7 8th gen, 16GB of RAM, GTX 1070, yet it runs really smooth. If you are afraid to check this game out, don't be, because once you configure it with your settings, you'll have one of the best FPS campaigns ever. Number 7, Final Fantasy VII Remake. I just want to say this before all the fans attack me in the comments. I like this game, but I have no nostalgia from the original because I was born after the game released. I did play the Midgar section of the original game because it was on Xbox Game Pass or Game Pass PC, and I enjoyed it, and I still think it holds up really well. But now, with that out the way, I'll say this is a faithful recreation of the original, with new and refining feeling on top of the original feeling, which is amazing. This game has heart, has amazing music, has fun combat, and a story which is very convoluted, but it has characters that make me want to kill myself. I'm talking about you, Jesse. Most annoying character ever, in my opinion. This game is still a fun roller coaster, and I enjoyed it to the end. Number 6, Last of Us Part 2. Everyone is really gonna hate me for this, but I really enjoyed the game. I think to enjoy this game, you should play it more than once and be in the mindset that everyone can die and they don't need a dramatic death. I think this because if the world was like in real life, if it was an apocalypse, not everyone would die so dramatically in a meaningful way. That's why when a character dies, it shocks you in this game. This game isn't perfect, like some parts of the game I would move earlier so then it flows better, but this is a game that'll grip you and make you feel tons of emotions. It might not be as good as the original, but still a worthy sequel. Number 5, Cyberpunk 2077. Everyone's gonna kill me, but why I reviewed this game with a really high score is because I don't talk about bugs when I review a game. Well, I mean, I do talk about bugs when I review a game, I just don't put it in the score. After you look past all the bugs and glitches, underneath is a great RPG experience which will grip you in its world and will grip you in its story. Even though the AI might not be perfect, everything else like the shops and stuff they look great when the game works. It's also not as good as The Witcher 3, but it's still a game I recommend you play once it gets patched and once you look past the marketing for the game, and then you can there's a really good game underneath. Also, this game has Keanu Reeves. What else do I have to say? Number 4, Demon's Souls remake. Demon's Souls remake is a remake of the game that started the Dark Souls genre. If you like Dark Souls, play it. If you don't, then it's not for you. You'll know if this game is for you just by watching gameplay. This game, it's just, you'll know if you like it right away after you play it for like in a couple hours or watch gameplay like I said before. These are games that are for a certain type of people and not for everyone. But I'm one of them, so I think this is a great game. Also, it looks really good graphically. Number 3, Wasteland 3. It's better than any Bethesda game. So, done. That's it. I'm just kidding. And that's how you know we ain't messing around. This game is an RPG with the combat of XCOM, which some people may not like, but I do, and I recommend this to anyone who like Bethesda RPGs and XCOM. This is the Fallout game you guys are waiting for, unlike Fallout 76, which I think is not a bad game, but it's not a Fallout game. But I digress. Number 2, Ori and the Will of the Wisp. If you played the first one, you know what I'm talking about. This game improves everything the original did. It improves movement, combat, basically everything the first game did. Also, the first game was amazing. So that's saying something. If you like Metroidvanias, play Ori and the Will of the Wisp, and you will be happy because once you start it, you can't stop. Number 1, Ghost of Tsushima. This game is a work of art. The world is so vibrant, and it is also the best samurai movie you'll ever play. The game plays like a movie, and every samurai fan should play this game. Also, the story is gripping, the world is a work of art, the combat is amazing throughout the entire game, even after the side content. This is the Assassin's Creed Japan we were looking for, and everyone should play it. The real game of the year is Knack 2. Uh-oh.